I'm going to show you how to assemble Ikea MALM single bed. That's the one here. Let's do it now. You're getting two boxes with this bed slats and the mattress have to buy separately. And in the longer box from Ikea MALM single bed, you're getting two side panels. This is the long L-shaped panels with the metal rails which you're gonna attach on the side panels. So this is the second box. You're gonna have a headboard and a footboard here with the instruction manual and the screws. That's the instruction manual you're not gonna need if you're gonna follow this instructional video here, and the screws. Good practice, have all panels around you. Usually I'm leaning them towards the wall and not putting them on the top of each other, so I have a better idea what I'm working with. Screws, I like to organize them so the same screws, same locks and wooden plugs in the same place. I can see better what I have when I'm doing the assembly. Easier this way, at least for me. Electric screwdrivers, bigger and the smaller one, you can find them in the description what I'm using, very helpful here. Got the keys from Ikea in the box as well. We're gonna start with the side panels and we're gonna have two, one left, one right. And first things we do, there is two sides of wooden plugs. We're gonna use the smaller one first. We're gonna need 12 of these, so it's gonna be 3 in each side of the side panel. Just place 2 in a smaller part, one on a bigger one, and exactly the same on each side. 3 wooden plugs, secure them in. Make sure they all the way in. This is the main connection. We want to have it done properly. So this is the other side, exactly the same, 3 wooden plugs in. Now we can position them in the right way. That means the L shape is on the outer side. Place the panel where they're gonna go. One left, one right. Take circle locks, which are gonna lock the whole frame together. You have the arrow on each lock, you see there. That's the arrow there, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how to put it correctly. The arrow on the lock is up and it's gonna face the hole, you see? Arrow on the front of the lock facing the hole, and then place the lock in. All the arrows in the locks gonna have to point it to the hole. Exactly the same here, arrow pointing to the hole, and place it in. Push it all the way down, and that's how it's supposed to be. If you position the arrow on the lock the other way around, or you twist it to the wrong side, you're not going to be able to lock the frame in place. So make sure you do this right. You're not going to have any problems when you are locking the whole frame together. Exactly the same on the other side. Arrow pointing to the hole, place it in. Just push it all the way down. And we have the last part. 2 locks, arrow pointing to the hole, place it all the way in. Now we're gonna have the headboard bottom part and footboard. This is the footboard. See, there is no, on a headboard you have those thick holes on the other side. There they are. We're gonna place the legs now. This is the connection, so that's the top part. So we're gonna go on the other side with the legs. Don't make mistake here. The legs on the bottom part of the footboard and headboard, so it's on the opposite sides where is the holes for the screws. So the one down is footboard, this one on the top is a headboard. You see the thick holes on the top. So we're gonna start with the bottom part of the headboard. This is the screws which is going in. It's gonna have 2 on each side. Place them in and secure them with the key which Ikea provide in the box. Go all the way in, just till the stopper. Don't go deeper don't go higher on this one, otherwise you're gonna have harder time to lock those locks which we put it on the side panels. You see, just like that. Exactly the same on the other side. Place it in and secure it with the key which you're gonna find it in the box. So this is the bottom part of the headboard. We have this one done. You can put it on the side where it's gonna go. Footboard, exactly the same screws. You're gonna have these long screws with the head. Just place it in and secure it with the key. all 4 of them. So it's gonna be 2 on each side. Till the stopper, not deeper, not higher. Remember, if you go too deep, you may ruin the hole, kind of overrun the screw in the hole. Just make sure once you feel the resistance, the stopper gonna stop you slightly. Don't go deeper than the drive. There it is, just like that. Now we can put the footboard on a place where it's gonna go. And this is the headboard bottom part. You see those holes on the bottom and the thick holes on the side. That's the bottom part of the headboard. Now we can connect the side panels, so just find the holes, place it in, and there is gonna be gap, a few millimeters between the side panel and the headboard. And you can start to tighten the locks, one top, bottom, so just switch it bottom and the top. You see the gap is closing. Once it doesn't let you more, go with the other one and then switch it again, bottom and the top. Tighten them all in properly. This is the most important connection on this bed, so it's gonna hold the whole frame together. So make sure both of them nice and tight. Exactly the same on the other side. Take the side panel, you see the L-shaped is outer side, place it in to the holes, screws in, wooden plugs in, and tap it in from the side. See, you got few millimeters gap. Allen key, which Ikea provide in a box, and just secure it. One lock to the right side, another lock. Exactly the same, so you twist in this clockwise. The other one, gap is closing nicely. Don't have any space anymore. Just tighten them up completely. And that's it. That's how it looks from the top and from the outer side. You see there is no gap. On the other side, exactly the same. Lift the side panel up and connect it on one side, and on the other side, exactly the same. Lift it up and connect it. Once you're in, push it all in. Just tap it on the side and close it till you can. It's like a few millimeters, exactly the same. You see nicely here the gap there, maybe 2-3 millimeter gap. And you can start to secure the locks. Twist it to the right side with the Allen key, which you're gonna find in the box, and close the gap completely. Once the gap is closed, you did a good job there, and move to the last part where you do exactly the same. Top and the bottom, top and the bottom, and tighten them up properly. There it is. Frame is done. Now we're gonna do the extending part on a headboard. You're gonna have 6 holes there, so you're gonna go with those screws in the smaller holes. You have 3 of these and 3 of the thicker holes. Just place the screws in and secure them with a key, which you're gonna find in the box with your bed. Exactly the same here. You're gonna go just till the stopper. Don't go deeper, don't go higher, just like that. And same on the 3rd screw. Just secure it all the way in. There it is. You're gonna feel little resistance, so just stop there. Here you're gonna have the thicker wooden plugs, 3 of them. Place it on the bottom part of the headboard and secure them in. Go all the way in, make sure it's all the way in, so you're gonna have easy time when you're gonna put the top part in. That's how it looks, and we can take the top part of the headboard and place it in. Find the right holes and place it in, and you can push it from side to side. See, the gap's gonna close slowly. It can go a bit harder here, so just push it from the top. Make sure you go straight down, don't twist it. You don't want to break this connection because it's wobbly at this time still before we put the screws in. Now we're gonna have 3 nuts which you're gonna place it in on the screws, which they're sticking out from those thick holes. So those screws go, that's the screws which we attach to the extending part of the headboard. Just place those nuts in. Don't go all the way, just a little bit. I'm gonna explain you why in a moment. Second and the 3rd one, exactly the same. Just place it in, little, that's it. You got those thick plastic, I don't know, the plastic washers with a round top. So the round top going on the top, and just place it in. There is a small gap and you can stick it in. There it is. You see, that's why we didn't put those nuts all the way in, so we can comfortably place those thick plastics in without a problem. If you go all the way in, you're not going to be able to push them in. And now you can secure the nut and do exactly the same in the last, the round part of the plastic coming up and securing you're going to secure the nut. Now you can do with your finger all the way, just tighten the nuts as much you can, so you're gonna have easier time, not gonna need to work too much with the key. Tighten the nut as much you can, make sure the plastic is nicely in, it's not sticking out. And now you can secure it with the key. So just twist it to the right side, all three of them. Once you do the first, second and the third one, come back to the second and the first one, because once you fix all three of them, those two still can go a little bit. So this is the third one. You see, I'm gonna tighten this one, and those ones, they still can go a bit as the connection tighten with all three screws. There it is, nice tight connection. Now we're gonna do the rails. You're gonna have bigger hole on one side, the smaller on the other side. So we're gonna go with the bigger holes. We're gonna connect it to the side panel. This is the screws you need. Just find the first hole on the side, take your screwdriver. Here the electric one with the clutch is very useful, so you adjust the clutch as you need it, so you're not gonna overrun the screws. You can find it in the description, the tools I'm using here. So this is a combination of the drill and the screwdriver as well, so very useful with any kind of DIY project or just simple furniture assembly at home. This is the second rail, exactly the same. The bigger holes come in on the side panel. Place the screw in. You see the small screwdriver here is useful as well. It's strong enough to push those screws, although I like to work with the bigger screws. With the bigger screwdriver, have more torque and have more power to push those screws in faster, and not gonna overrun the screw because of the clutch. You can secure the rail. You see there is two lines of the holes, depend on your mattress how thick it is. You can choose the position of the rail. In our case, the mattress is not too thick, so we're gonna go with the top line of the holes. This is gonna be the stopper for the bed slat, so you're gonna have 4 of these screws with the 4 plastics, and we can secure the screw from under with the plastic stopper on the top. So this is gonna prevent the slats from moving off the rails. So you're gonna have 4 of these, 1 on each corner. Just place the screw from under and secure the plastic. That's what we have so far. We can put the bed on the side. We're gonna have 6 of these small screws and 2 rails, which is gonna secure the frame in a position. So the screw coming from one side. You can do this on the floor as it is, but I have enough space so I can push this on the side, so it's easy to do this way. So the screw from inner side, securing the metal rail. This is quite hard to push those screws in, so you make sure you press hard on the rail against the screw, and that's how you can drive the screw in through the hole in the rail. Now we can connect them at the bottom hole. Just go one over the other one, find the hole and secure the screw from the inner side. This I find it a bit hard, but you see the small screwdriver can go to these smaller spaces and it has enough power to push it through those 2 rails. Just push the rails against the screw, and at the end we're gonna secure the rails because they're extending with those 2 locking screws on the middle of the rail. Put the bed down in a position, and this is the slats. This is the Leroy slats. If you decide to have other kind of slats, I think they have 3 different kinds. You can choose those and place your rails, depend on the thickness of the slats and the mattress, in a lower or higher position. Place the rails in the stoppers, which we just did, on the top and on the bottom, and the frame of the bed is done here. That's how it looks. Ikea MALM single bed. Last thing we're gonna do is the mattress. As I mentioned, we have not too thick ones, so I go with the higher position of the rails. Just place your mattress in. And this is how you assemble Ikea MALM bed. I hope you enjoyed. If yes, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. As always, it helps a lot. Thank you very much and see you in my next one very, very soon. Have a fantastic day. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.